everyone, this is Nancy from FancyNancyStamps.com, and I just want to welcome you to my studio today. I am very anxious to show you some new things, and we're going to be talking a little bit about Christmas, and I hope you'll go along with me. I know we still have two more days in September, but Christmas is going to be at us before we know it. So the first thing I wanted to do was to introduce some stamps. I want to take a minute and actually mount some stamps because I've had a few people just recently ask me if there's a special way to do it that's a little easier. So I'm going to show you the way that I've been taught to do it and see if that helps. I'm going to show you a set of celebration papers that I think you should take a look at. They are beautiful for Christmas. And there are 2 days left to still take advantage of these papers. So let's take a look for a minute and let me show you. First of all, I'm pointing out the host code. This host code goes into effect today and it will stay in effect through the month of October, and I'll be explaining the why of all of that in a minute. I will bring it back in just a few minutes so you can write it down again because I do want you to know about that. I want to show you these papers because I told you we have still 2 days left to take advantage of Celebration. And in this case, this paper to me is just nummy. Whether you like our latest deer or you don't, it is great background paper. So I'm going to slowly peel this so you can see it. I mean, I really do think it's pretty. Look at this plaid. Isn't that fun? This might be one of my faves too. Now I'm going to turn these over and show you the other side as well, because these are equally as pretty. Look at this one. See, these are just cry happy to me. I love the garden green. I love the cherry cobbler, the Sahara sand. I mean, these really call my name. Do you love this plaid? I see a whole lot of things I'm going to be doing with that one. So anyway, let's talk about Celebration for 1 minute. Celebration is a time where if you place an order of $50 or more, you earn a Celebration set. There are sets, there are papers. This year, the two papers that just catch your eye immediately are the penguin paper and, of course, this deer paper. I think they're fabulous. But I just want you to know about that. I don't want you to say Nancy didn't tell us and it was too late. So here we go. Now, we have been really lucky this year because we've had some things in our annual catalog that I hope have not gone missed. Just because that catalog comes and is full of so many beautiful things and we're not thinking Christmas yet. But this Evergreen Elegance set is beautiful. And it comes with a punch. Let me slide this punch in here, which is also really nice. And we're gonna be playing with that today. In our August to December, we have the deer punch that, by the way, matches this paper, and I think you will really love it. So let's just do some things. Let's start out by mounting my Evergreen Elegance because today's the first day for me to use it. And I'm going to start by just punching out my my items. This one has three great sentiments, and then just fun stuff. And we're just going to quickly put it together. It won't take long. I have brought 2 blocks that I think will make it a little bit easier. And we're going to use 4 or 5 of these stamps today. I always save this piece, the rubber piece, because that's how I put my stamps away. So I'm just going to pull that off. I'm going to mount this inside. And when I put my stamps away, I actually put them into those spots. And then I know if I've got any stamps missing. Oh, I hate when that happens. And you've already, left where you were and you leave that stamp behind. There's nothing worse. Okay, so you have this is the sheet that basically is our cling sheet that matches these stamps. And what I will tell you is we used to have a cling that was not anywhere close to this. This, when it's stuck on, it's stuck on. And I didn't always mount my stamps before, just for that reason. But now they are so trustworthy that I use them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this stamp right here. And I'm going to put this stamp, and I should show you a little bit more clearly. The piece that you fold away and expose the stamp is on this side. I am pulling everything up. So this is that sticky piece. And I'm going to put that on my stamp here. All right, so let's locate the ones these go with, just so we have it. And we'll peel the backs off. And we'll be ready to go. So I always get my take-a-pick tool and I lift up those spots, you know, where the crease is. Get rid of them. Some of you folks know that I've had to move my videos into the major part of my house, and sometimes I leave so much stuff behind. Dinner time comes and there's little stuff everywhere. So here we go. So I'm laying this, oops, you can't see this. Let's move it closer. Sorry. Lay this over the top, and then once I think I've got it, I will press down, and I have my stamp all mounted. And I will put that away. Let's go to this one. Same thing. We're going to lift up these little papers. And we're going to take that stamp wherever I put it. I'm going to lay it over the top, make sure it's lined up. This feels awkward. Trying to get it in the camera and lay it down. There we go. I think we're doing a good job though. We're going to be using this one, so I need to put it over here. I am going to put a couple here, a couple here, put this one over here. We'll be ready to go. Okay, so that was silly. So let's just see what we got here. We're going to start with this little tree that was over here. And, excuse me, I'm off the camera again. This doesn't always, my arms are so short. Sometimes I'm kind of embarrassed by it. So while I'm mounting these, can I talk Christmas to you? Beginning next week, it's going to be Christmas magic in my studio. That means that every other week, we are going to run a Christmas class. You will have an opportunity, there'll be an ordering special. You'll have an opportunity to order. And if you order, you will receive the card kit to make the cards that I am going to demonstrate for you. So it's just a free gift from me. It's kind of fun. Just thinking about it, I get excited. I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. I have always had a Christmas bash for my clients, my customers, and it has always been what I call my gift to them during the holidays. So, small one here. I just want to tell you that's what we're up to. Yeah, this is the small one. Are you getting the idea of how this is done? You lay it down, sticky side down on your block. You pull up those two pieces of paper. You peel off the back from the one that you, this is going to be kind of fun because I've got to figure it out here. I think I've got it. By George. I am a My Fair Lady fan. I have been watching a show on TV that I'm loving, and I'm aghast that it has been canceled. It's called Little Voices, and it's on Apple TV. It's written by, the songs or the ideas came from Sarah Bareilles, who, by the way, might just be one of my favorite stars, singing stars. But it is beautiful. But there is a brother on the show that is autistic, but his joy is Broadway musicals. And it makes the show, just watching this young man just be enthralled with the whole notion of Broadway musicals. And he has a blog, and this blog is really quite popular nationally, according to the show, of course. And it just, I don't know, that show makes my day. My husband, who's not the least bit musical, is totally into the show as well. And anyway, just that's my little recommendation. We've discovered Apple TV. It started with Ted Lasso, for those of you who watch Ted Lasso, which is a wonderful show. And it's just gone from there. Trying to think of the one I loved. Home Before Dark. That's on Apple TV too. And Home Before Dark is about a 4th grade girl who believes that she is a first-class journalist. And she is an amazing kid. We have all of our grandkids watching that show. I think she's a wonderful model for kids. So anyway, that's my story. You see what I'm up to. All right. So we're almost there, you guys. We only have a couple, and we're going to move right on, and we are going to do our next thing, which is stamp away, and we're going to do something different. I was inspired by the deer from the paper because I didn't want Sale-a-Bration to get away without me having at least talked about the deer. But once I got going, I discovered some other things I hadn't even touched yet. You know, still doing my fall stamping. Oh man, and it just made my day actually. So know that we're gonna have some fun today because I made discoveries. I did discover that I'm not as strong as I was last year. It's harder for me to punch. My arthritis has kicked in like crazy. That bugs me, but you know, when you get old, you get old. And I just say, don't let it bother you. There we go. One to go, you guys. We've done it. We've done it. This is making my day. All right. So anyway, Christmas. I already said we're going to start this Christmas club. It's going to start next week. And there will be an ordering special every other week. I will introduce the stamp or the cards for that event on Tuesdays and at 4 o'clock like I do now, and we'll just take it from there. So be prepared that Tuesdays are going to be a lot of fun for Christmas. Okay, I want to just show you real quickly how I put these away so that you know what I do, because this is a great just a way to stay organized. And I'm not using this one, so I can put this one away. I had a terrible time with mine. I want to use the Christmas trees. I want to use these 2 sentiments, but I'm not going to use the stars, so I can put them away. And you can see right off the top, this really helps me with my organizing. So let's just put that over here, and let's get out our stuff. I'm focusing on, in terms of colors, for my card base, I'm going to use Evening Evergreen, which is a stunner. You guys all know that. I couldn't help myself. Last week I fell in love with this folder, this embossing folder. It's called Wintry, and you get 2 of them, 2 different styles, but this one just makes my day. And I want to tell you that I already, to get ready for class, I took this and I used it on this much of my card front, so this white. And when I fold this, I'll show you this. This is 8.5 by 5.5, so we're going to fold it, making the front will end up being a 5.5 by 4.25. And then I cut this white piece of paper, and I know that technically it's not, what's the word I want? the scale is different. I mean, those are two biggest snowflakes, but you sure get the idea. So I wanted it there. So just want you to know what I'm up to. And then I wanted to add snow to my little. So I got out some paper and I began tearing it, thinking, I wonder if this will work. So I've got several layers of snow, and I'm going to show you the way I was taught is I have my piece of white paper. With my left hand, I'm going to tear away, and with my right hand, I'm going to tear towards myself. And I want it not to just be straight, so I want to try to get some interest here. You know, we want it to look like a snow field. So there we go. Now I've got 3 different layers of snow. And I think that I want to take my Wink of Stella and just kind of just add some definition with some glitter, but not a lot, just a, you know, kind of makes the snow look maybe just slightly dirty, but it does give glitter of that rough edge grabs the glitter. So just showing you what I'm doing here. All right, let's do that with all 3 of these. Want it to be fun. I haven't even started my own Christmas cards yet. It's probably a good thing because I'm going to start playing with all my Christmas goodies for this class, and I'm going to make discoveries, and it's going to change my I know it's going to change my mind of what I wanted to offer in my own cards. So just know it makes it fun. You have ideas, but ideas grow just from touching this stuff. I love it. All right. So I am going to lay this down. And let's see if I can get this away exactly the way I want it. I think like this. And so let's put a little adhesive on the back so we can really work with this. And I've told you guys before, I always use Stampin' Seal, but right now, it is not available to us, which is driving me crazy. So I just want you to know that I'm loyal to a fault. I have to fall back on this old stuff, but I like what we have best, and that's our Stampin' Seal. So you can see that I'm just kind of layering this to make it look like a snowdrift. Ooh, I'm having fun. We've got one left to do. I hope this isn't overkill, but you know, when you're playing, you're playing. So I'm going to layer it right at the very bottom. There we go. And then we're going to trim off these edges because we want it to be nice and straight. Remember to keep my hands where you can see them. I'm sorry, guys. I've been working at zooming this camera so you can see better, and at the same time it takes it away a little bit further away from my body. It makes it kind of hard. No complaining. No complaining, Nancy. Okay. So now we have this field. I also took some green and I did this pattern of trees. And I want to slide them kind of under my snowdrift. Yeah, that's how I want to do it. But I'm going to have to add a little multi-purpose glue so I can do that. Don't need much, just going to put it so it stays secure. Now you guys know I've not made this card before. I made this up. I mean, that didn't make it up. I thought about this during the day and decided this is what I was going to do. Okay, so I'm going to press that down. Now, can you see? Can you see? I don't know if you can see. You can see the pattern, And now you can see the snowbank and the trees. I still have a little bit to trim off here, which we will do. Okay. Now, I also want a deer. Really badly, I want a deer. So we're going to take some early espresso, and we're going to take the deer punch, and I have to tell you, this is a brand new punch, and so it's kind of stiff, but it did its job like it was supposed to. And we have this beautiful deer, and look at this, we even have antlers. This just makes my day. So I'm going to put a little bit, make sure I know which side I want here. I'm going to put a little multi-purpose glue right here so I can add my antlers. The decisions are so big. There's one. And two. And then I'm going to add some multi-purpose glue on his little body. Get him ready. I want to just stick him down. I'm going to hope I did this right. I think I could have put my trees up just a little bit higher, but you get the idea. And I wanted to put the Merry Christmas here, but I don't know if it's going to fit. Oh, Nancy, Nancy. Let's just lift it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. And I'm going to put this one on my, I always call this my sentiment block, and I'm going to use more of the Evening Evergreen. And I'm going to add Merry Christmas at the bottom. There we go. As I look at this, one of the things I could have done was actually use dimensionals to give it even more dimension. So think about it yourself if you decide to replicate this fun little baby. And I'm going to put this on the front. Here we go. Make sure I've got a nice 1/4 of an inch all the way around. I've got plenty piece of stuff there. All right, now I also cut a piece of white for the inside, and I'm going to stamp some trees, and I think I am going to start with this one. I'm putting these kind of in the background. And then I'm going to add a darker tree in the foreground. And I will do that because it's closer and it's really obvious that it's next to where we are. I'm going to put this right here. Here. And I think I want a tiny one yet. Getting little ink globs on my fingers. Nice job, Nance. So another one of the dark ones. There we go. And I want to add my sentiment, which I love, which is, oops, I want that on the bigger. Whew. take a look at what it says. It says, may the beauty of the season bring you joy and warm memories to cherish throughout the year. I love that. So we're going to add that. I'm feeling, I didn't cut it, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to want to put a white piece of paper on the other side so that I can write notes to my buds, but we'll see. Now, something else to show you real quick, which will make this kind of fun, I think. There we go. Let me get this out of the way. Heavenly days. I am inked up. Well, these little beauties come in the Peaceful Cabin one. And I think they're beautiful. And I just wanted to see what they would look like on this particular. They're like a sequin. And we have such pretty that we're going to, I think we need to. Tool here, get it, make sure it's settled in. Oops, got more than I needed on that one. This is when they tell you you're supposed to use your take pick tool, and they didn't add my stick 'em. So we're just going to do it with my finger and get it close. Go. All right. So this is our card for today. It's I'm already thinking of ways I'm going to redo it and fix it up because I want more trees. I love having the snow and the glitter, but there's even more that can be done here. But let me make sure you can see it all. Can you see the glitter on the snow? And we have a little. And then when we open it up, it's just a pretty card. I think that you would love this set, this Evergreen Elegance set. It is so beautiful. So what do I want to remind you of today? Let's just see here. I want to remind you that if you go to my website, www.fancynancystamps.com, and watch the blog over the next week, it will start tomorrow, you're going to see hints of what's to come in the Christmas Magic campaign. Know that it's going to be an active, it's every other week, and I will post those dates so you know when they are, and even which set I'm going to be working from each one of those weeks. What else do I want to tell you? Sale-a-Bration, you have 2 days left. And remember, if you use the host code, let me flip down to the host code for a minute. If you use this host code, you place a $50 order, you can choose that deer paper, the penguin paper. There's so many things. There's still so many things. The silly sheep that I've demonstrated before. Check it out. You will like it. If you go onto the website, you will see that. So you've got the host code, and you've got 2 more days. Christmas Magic starts next week. By the end of next week, we will be talking about Online Card Club because we're going to get ready for that. Online Card Club is going to ship this week. We've been waiting for some back orders, but it will ship this week, and I'm pretty excited about that. And we'll be working on another one. So, friends, be sure and take a look at all of the Christmas things in our August to December catalog and get ready. You might even go back and check the idea book, which is our annual catalog, and say, wonder what she'll surprise us with from there. And like I say, keep watching that website, and I will see you on Thursday at 4 o'clock, and we'll take on something else. See you soon. Take care.